welcome back to another video. In this video I'll be doing a detailed review of the Royal Enfield Classic 500. So without wasting much of a time, let's get started. Talking directly about the engine specification of this bike has an air-cooled 2-valve single-cylinder 4-stroke 499cc engine that produces a max power of 27.57 PS at the rate 5250 rpm and a max torque of 41.3 Nm at the rate 4000 rpm. Yeah, this is actually a 2015 Royal Enfield and it also came with a fuel injected technology. But according to the owner, the FI was not that great on this bike. There were several issues that he was facing with the FI on this motorcycle. So he had to shift the fuel injection system with carburetor. Yeah, I know it's a huge downgrade for this motorcycle, but the owner is quite happy with the performance of it right now. Talking about the stability of this bike at high speeds, the bike feels to be quite rigid and has a firm grip with the road till 100 kmph. Although vibration starts to kick in badly after 80 km/h. After 100, the bike starts to wobble. The mirrors were already useless, but now it becomes a burden because due to it the handle starts to shake more vigorously. You must have a strong grip to keep this bike in control, otherwise you just feel that you are getting yourself detached from this machine. So according to me, the best cruising speed that you can maintain on this bike is 60 to 80 km/h, the same as of Classic 350. Now coming straight to the wheels and braking of this machine, this bike came with a 19-inch spoke wheel up front and an 18-inch wheel in the rear. Though the wheels have been customized later from spoke to alloy, but both of them just performs well on this motorcycle. In front, there is 90 by 90 section tire and the rear has 120 by 80 section. Though this bike came with disc brakes on both the side, but in this variant, the rear brake is drum. I would say the braking on this bike is below average. Due to its heavy curb weight, it requires a huge braking power to stop, and for that you need to slam on the brakes hard. Now this bike misses ABS, that means you can't pull the brakes that hard. See how useless and shaky the mirrors are. You have to hold it tight to see who is coming from behind. From top to bottom, this bike is filled with halogen lamps, and you also cannot extract much of an information from this bike. It's only when you feel knocking in the engine, you realize that you are running low on fuel and you have to turn the knob into reserve. Why? Because this bike misses a fuel level indicator. You are also unaware of the RPM at which you are riding. There is just only one odometer on this bike and that too analog. No trip meters. In short, the console on this bike is very poor and backdated. Talking about the tank range of this motorcycle, this bike has a 13.5 liter fuel tank which returns a mileage of around 30 kmpl. So you can expect a tank range of 400 km including reserve fuel. The suspension on this bike is quite nice because it has telescopic forks up front and in rear it has twin gas charged shock absorber with 5-step adjustable preload. So these were the main things that you should know about this bike. Now this bike has been discontinued from the year 2020. 2020 has not been a good year for many. The same for this bike. Now coming to the main reason why this bike has been discontinued. The 500cc engines were not able to meet the BS6 emission norms, so the company decided to bid farewell to the models equipped with it. So that's all for today. We'll see you guys in another video. Till then, stay tuned and ride safe.